Instagram. Hello!
Hello, yes.
How are you doing?
I'm well, Ash. How are you?
I'm fantastic, Baile. It is absolutely lovely to see you again.
And you, and this is my first IG live, so
welcome.
Exciting times.
Yeah. Well, it's basically like being with someone in real life, except it's a lot more stressful and there's a lot more room for error. But yeah, just to provide some context to our conversation to anyone who's joining, my name is Ash. I do marketing communications at Launchpad, and Launchpad is a talent development program based in Yorkshire that works with artists and projects. And today we are talking to Baile, who is the co-founder of Sable Radio, who is a Launchpad supported project. So Baile, welcome.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fantastic. I was reminiscing earlier about the last time that I saw you, which was actually in person in March 2020, because we did a live session at Sable Radio.
And it was just on the border of lockdown, and I guess, when did we record? It must have been like the first week of March.
It was the 6th of March.
6th of March, yeah. I guess no one had an idea of what was gonna come after that.
I know. That is the last time I played music with other people, like for something.
Wowzers. Are you getting back to it anytime soon? Have you got any stuff planned or?
Yeah, well, I don't want to give away all my trade secrets.
Okay,
It's about giving away yours.
Got you.
So could you just briefly introduce who you are and what Sable Radio do?
Yeah, so my name's Baile. I am an artist, like sound engineer, like videographer. I do like all different types of stuff. And yeah, I started Sable Radio with my friend Aura, going on 2 years ago now. So the second birthday is going to be in April or May. So yeah, we had our first birthday in lockdown, and we're about to have our second birthday in lockdown as well. And yeah, what do we do? Yeah, we just kind of started the station. It's like an online radio station. So yeah, we broadcast online, and we started it just because, yeah, we kind of really like online radio, and we like how it can kind of draw together all different types of like music, but also kind of all different types of like artistic practices and just like arts and culture happening in the city. So yeah, we have people playing music on, we have like live sessions, as you know, we have people, doing some more like talk-based or art-based shows. Yeah, all type of stuff.
Yeah, it's great. I've actually been listening to you guys on Mixcloud while I've been working. I'll just go on Mixcloud, search Sable Radio, and go for the one with the tags that feel most appropriate for my mood. Monday morning, ambient. Friday afternoon, definitely not ambient.
Well, shout out to everyone joining. Shout out Rafiq. Shout out to Misrepresented. Come on. First IG live. Let's go.
Yeah, you got fans, Baile. You got fans. So yeah, Sable Radio, as you said, have been going out for 2 years, and you are a Launchpad supported project. So I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about at what point you decided to apply or how you got involved with Launchpad projects.
How did I get involved? Yeah, I guess I kind of just seen the Music Leeds project and like what yous were kind of trying to do. Should I even mention that? Because yous are like, not split, but like...
We're not split. We're different entities. But you're right. It emerged from Music Leeds, and now it's a separate entity to Music Leeds, and we are working across all of Yorkshire, not just Leeds. So you can mention it, but for anyone who's listening, it's not just Leeds.
Got you. Well, that was how I was introduced to it. So yeah, and then just kind of seeing the activity you lot were doing with that, and then yeah, we kind of were doing the live sessions, as you know, because you were one of them, and we thought we wanted to expand that into a series. So yeah, we just shouted Launchpad to support on that, and then yeah, quickly realized that this weren't the year. 2020 wasn't the year to be doing live sessions like that. So yeah, everyone was mad accommodating, and we just kind of changed tact of what we're doing. And we had another big project in the pipeline, which is called ReSound, and that's to hire 4 Black people aged 18 to 25 to come work with us at our studio. And we were like, yeah, this makes sense to kind of combine these projects, specifically as one of the outcomes of ReSound is that each participant will kind of produce their own event. So that could be a live session anyway. So yeah, that was kind of what we were doing with that. Yeah.
Amazing. I think actually ReSound, I've written it down to definitely mention it. It's an amazing opportunity, as you said, for Black people who want to get involved in radio to learn some skills, and you're paying the people in the scheme as well, aren't you?
Come on. Yeah, we're getting. Yeah, it's basically you get £1.5 to work with us at our studio. This is our studio, sharing it round. This is part of it. The plant's popping over there in the corner with the
So
stop the Tory cuts poster. So yeah, that money to come and work with us, and then you get like £1,000 to kind of like, which is meant to be like to design your own project, whether that could be like a podcast, live stream, anything really. And yeah, and then I guess, to be honest, like the money's great, but it's not even the main part of it. I guess the main part of the project is like the training and mentorship. So there's going to be a bunch of master classes, resident advisor partnered with us on it, DJ Manga partnered with us on it, delivering some master classes, and then like 5 amazing mentors covering all different kind of bits in like radio and creative industries and stuff, which will can help all the participants. So yeah, it's exciting. Like it's yeah.
It sounds like a really, really valuable experience, like super valuable, and like you partnered with so many big enterprises, so it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, including Launchpad. Let's go.
Yeah. Pop up. So yeah, on Launchpad, you've had some mentoring, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I actually forgot about that. Yeah, so yeah, as part of the Launchpad thing, part of the project, we wanted to get some like mentoring just to do what we do. So it's just me and Aura that kind of founded it, and we didn't really come out of a career in music or career in arts. So a lot of what we've been doing over like the close to the last 2 years has kind of just been lots of mistakes and like lots of just finding our feet. And we realized during that time we never really had any kind of like dedicated mentorship. So we reached out to someone that we knew called Kazim Rashid, who does a lot of stuff. And yeah, we just asked for like some mentorship. He works at Mixcloud, or worked at Mixcloud, does a lot of like creative consultancy stuff. So yeah, he kind of really broke stuff down for us, and I think helped the way we were working, and like kind of helped us focus on what kind of directions we should be going in with stuff.
Amazing. It helps so much, doesn't it, having someone there who like understands the position that you're in. And I think it's worth noting as well, like if you are thinking of applying to Launchpad and you're thinking like, oh, but how can this one person help me? It can be anyone. Like, you've got a whole team of advisors who you can reach out to, who will know something, hopefully, that will help you. Even if you don't know, that'll help you.
Shout out to semi-retired, shout out to Karan, shout out to Al in the listening.
Bailey, you're smashing this Instagram live thing.
Come on, it's my first one, Ash. I've got to show out for the fans.
Killing the scene. Some people get tongue-tied.
Yeah.
So that is one aspect of the support you've had from Launchpad. And as I think you've kind of already mentioned, we've given you some funding as well. Is that for the ReSound project, or is that for something else?
Oh, still working my way. I almost slapped the filter on there. So the question was money. Yeah, that's for ReSound. So I guess that part of that money is kind of just going towards supporting. So basically, at the end of ReSound, each of the participants gets some money to design their own project, as I mentioned. And sorry, the questions in the chat are cracking me up. And they get their own money, and the ReSound support, the Launchpad support goes towards supporting that. So we just thought that was like an important part of the project, and something that the more money that we can give to the participants to kind of do this thing, it just means that they've got more to work with, and they can maybe think a bit more ambitious than they would have previously. Yeah,
like taking it, like it is still DIY, but it's like a step further than you might be able to do off your own back.
Yeah, I mean the live session we recorded was great, but level up is the plan.
Exactly, always taking steps forward. So with the you're smashing the words. My words are failing me. So with ReSound, you also have got some funding through Youth Music Incubator Funding. And I was wondering, did you get any help with anyone from Launchpad when you were applying for that, or how was applying for that?
Quick one, shout out to Cleve Freckleton. That's a Leeds icon there.
He's always busking on the hedgerow, isn't he?
Yeah, aka Rasta Claus. So shout outs to Cleve.
Do you reckon he knows that you're drinking out of a mug with his face on it?
Yeah, 100%.
He knows now.
No, he knows. Yeah, I'm a bit of a avid mug collector, and this one is my favorite mug. So yeah, big up. Anyway, the question was, are we getting any support in applying for the youth music part? We didn't really, to be honest. Yeah, we didn't, but I'm sure we could have.
Yeah, you could have, I suppose. Well, you definitely could have. I know that you could have. For anyone who might be watching this that might be interested in applying for Incubator Funding, is there anything you might want to advise on? Any tips that you would give?
Any tips that I'd give? Yeah, to be honest, Ash, we're not experts in the funding stuff. Like, this is the first one that we've properly had, do you know what I mean, kind of support for. So yeah, I guess it's just, for me, it's just communications. It's just like communicating what you want to do with your project. And I think a big part of what we did is we kind of just worked out, we just kind of had a really clear idea of what we wanted to do with the project and who we wanted to involve and what we kind of wanted the outcomes to be. So I guess, yeah, for anyone that's ever, do you know what I mean, doing these kind of bids or looking to like start projects like this, it's always just about convincing people. And I think that's really hard. And yeah, specifically something that we struggled with a lot at the, in the kind of like early, like in that first year of doing Sable, was convincing people in like arts and music scene in Leeds that a lot of the funding normally goes to the same people, frankly, and like really kind of like established institutions. So it was, yeah, it's just about convincing people to like, yeah, try something new.
Yeah.
And not dusty.
No, I think that's so true. And just what you were saying on about not being an expert at applying, like no one's an expert the first time and you still manage to do it successfully, and actually having that opinion from someone who isn't an expert, like you said, a lot of people get over and over, they kind of know what they're doing, which is why it's really important that people who've never been funded before like know that they can do it and that it is for them as well, and kind of push those perceived boundaries a little bit. And we have a question here from Roomby saying, did you do your funding application in one day or you had to break it up into different days?
I didn't see that question.
Yeah, it popped up for me. I've never had this before. There's like a little question speech bubble and it came in here. Do you want me to repeat it? What it was?
Did we, so what was it? Say it again.
I'll paraphrase. Did you do it in one day or did you take multiple days doing it, split up the jobs?
I think it was a fairly accessible kind of like process. I mean, I don't like applications. I think that, yeah, kind of depressing often, and I don't remember the Launchpad one being particularly depressing. So
no, it's short and sweet.
It was a long time ago, but from what I can remember, it was fairly straightforward, and we might have just done it over like a week or something.
Cool. Yeah, I think that is quite important. Like, it's kind of like an assignment. Like, yeah, you can do it in the last day, but if you do it over a week, it'll probably be a bit better. And you can go through it and make sure your rambling makes sense. Because as you were saying, it's hard to convince people. So the more time you spend working on the application, the more clear it's going to be to people who are reading it. And then they're able to give you the money because they know. No problem. Thank you for asking the question, Rumby, as well. It was a great question.
Thanks for the question, yeah.
So what else was I going to ask you? So I'm trying to look at my list, but I'm very distracted today. I think you can tell.
It's all right. Take your time. We've got time.
Exactly. We do have time. As a startup organization working in Yorkshire, do you think, well, I mean, I know this is something a lot of people are very passionate about building up more of a scene in Yorkshire and the North. Do you think that, well, there's more space for the people to do it, but what would you say to someone who's thinking, oh, I'd quite like to start my own radio station or my own project, but they're kind of thinking, oh, I don't know how to do that, or, oh, there's no opportunities here. What do you think you would say on that?
What would I say on that? I mean, it's tough. I'd say it's tough. Work out why you want to do it. Um, I guess the biggest barrier, I think, is like paying people. So it's like doing it in a way that's sustainable, because I think it's quite easy to like, I mean, start projects. But it's just being, especially when you're young, like when we started this, like we were younger than we are now. And I think there's like a lot of potential for burnout with people, and like, yeah, just not doing it in like the most sustainable way. So I think that's the kind of the first thing, just work out how it is gonna be a sustainable thing, where actually, rather than it just being something that you do in your spare time and burn out, it can actually be something that you kind of take on as like, yeah, as like a more primary project. And I think it's important that, the reason I think it's just important that like you can find a way to pay people is because otherwise, I don't know, it just feels like, you know, the culture can kind of come in and out of Leeds, and like it shouldn't, we kind of need it to be less of a testing ground for stuff. Like I often see people like, you know, testing out a new party or testing out something, and actually thinking like long-term sustainably, how can we build things that like benefit artists, benefit musicians in the longer term. I don't know, I think that helps. I hope that helps. But then other than that, just like reach out to people that you see are doing interesting stuff, both in Leeds, but also like bringing like new ideas from other places. I'm gonna mention it because it was just in, like I just came off a call with them. I was just on a call with someone called Foreigner, who runs like a lot of parties in LA. And for me, that was one of my biggest inspirations to do a lot of the stuff we do. And it's like, you know, looking at other people that, you know, you can bring, looking at what Leeds needs, and like, yeah, what you can do for that, and like how you can make that happen, I guess.
I think that's good advice. Like having an aim and then talking to people who can help you with the aim. Because I think more often than not, it's what people love to help. Like they're really excited and they want to help. And actually, that's like something as Launchpad that we're really keen to do. We're really to support people. So like obviously we're not going to be the holy grail of information, because for example, you guys are a radio station, you want to be involved in parties. We might know about that, but we are here for other questions that people might have, and for like mentoring and support on that journey to help people.
Got you.
More a statement than a question, really, wasn't it? I don't know.
Chat to Launchpad is the advice, everyone. Fill up their inbox.
Yeah, do email us, text us, call me on a Sunday morning. It's fine.
There you go.
Well, I don't want to keep you for too long because I know you've got other things going on. But before you go, I just want to say one more time about your ReSound program. And for anyone who's watching or watching this back later, applications close, I believe, on the 5th of April.
5th of April, yeah.
Yeah, so check out Sable Radio's pages because they've got all the information on there, and it's a really, really exciting program. And I'm really excited to see what you guys do next.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, ReSound, 5th of April, get your applications in. If you need help, drop us an email or a DM or something if you've got any questions with it. What else is happening? And then the other main thing that we're doing is Aura is, the person who runs Sable with me is curating a party series called Separation Anxiety, and we've got the first one dropping this Friday, and then it's going to be every Friday after that. So yeah, just anyone that's new, head to the page, check out what we do.
Yeah, no, I totally recommend. As I said earlier, I love listening into what you guys are getting up to, and it's really nice whenever it's coming from like somewhere that's local to where you are. Like it's like exciting to see what people are up to. It's very cool. On the Launchpad side of things, we're going to be reopening applications for people to apply for Launchpad artists and projects in the next few weeks, like really, really very soon. So keep an eye on our social media pages for whenever that's going to be happening. And you can sign up to our mailing list via the link in our bio as well to get all of this kind of information like straight from us as soon as it comes out. So yeah, I think that's everything from me. Thanks for...
That's everything.
Huh?
That's everything.
That's everything. You're off the hook.
My first IG live. Wow. Thank you very much.
I think you were the most natural person I've ever talked to on Instagram. It's like my mom.
It was probably the mug. Wicked. Yeah, thank you for that. A pleasure. And yeah, apply it to ReSound and apply it to Launchpad and things like
Yes. Yes.
that.
All right. See you
Catch you
later.
later.
Bye. Bye.